I want to just go over how lookup tables work. I know students get confused and are not sure where I get some of the information from. So on the screen here, you see that I have a table up here with information, and then down here I'm going to look up information either by the numbers 1 through 10, the letters, ABCs, or numbers that are by tens, so to speak. They must be in ascending order. Here in the table I'm going to look them up, and this is a VLOOKUP, so it must be in ascending order. So I do have 1 through 10, A through J, and 10 through 100. Down here in the tables that I'm getting information for, it doesn't matter what order they're in. So for this first table, I want to find out what name goes with number 5, what team, and what city. This will require 3 lookups. But I'm going to down here in this cell type that equals VLOOKUP. Then I'm clicking on this number over here that I'm looking up, and actually I can't click on it because of the name, so I'm just going to say A14, which is what I'm looking up. And the table I'm looking it up in, I'm highlighting from the 1, and I only want the name, so I can just go here to the names, or I can go all the way over. That part doesn't matter. What matters is that the first column must be the one I'm looking up in. And then I need to make both of these absolute references. And what I'm returning for this first one is the names, and so I want what's in 1, 2, 3, 4, column 4. And that gives me the appropriate name for that number. The team is pretty much the same thing. I'm again looking up A14, highlighting that same information, absolute referencing them. But this time I'm returning column 5, which is the team. And then this last one, I'm returning column 6, which is the city. So I'm not saying this data makes much sense, but I'm just hoping you'll understand the VLOOKUPs. So down here, I already have this one done. Let me get rid of that. Down here, I'm looking up A21. I must start, again, that first column has to be the one with the ABC, and I want the name, so I'm just highlighting these 2 columns, absolute referencing that, and it is number 3, the third column over, that has the names in it. So I count the columns from where it's highlighted. So this is column 1, 2, 3. That's where I get that 3, and then bring that on down. Same thing over here. Whoops. But now I must start with the 10 numbers, and I'm going to city, so I have to go all the way over. Absolute reference that, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4. The city is in the 4th column that I have highlighted. The difference here, all the others I did have an exact match when I was looking it up. This one I have a 95 down here. There's no 90 in here. But it stops when it gets to the 100. It says, no, it's not that one. So then it goes back to the 90. It gets what's in between. So that's how the VLOOKUP tables work. That's a vertical lookup because this information in columns A, B, and C is going vertically. HLOOKUP, I have the exact same information. I just copied and transposed it. This is going to be an HLOOKUP because it's horizontal, and then we'll do the row. So in here, I'm going to do an equal HLOOKUP. Again, I'm looking up that 5. I'm going to highlight all of this information. I can't remember which one I'm after. Hit the F4, comma, I didn't say which one. So if I wanted the cities, again, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or the 6th row. And bring that on down. It's the same thing here. It's going to be another HLOOKUP. But again, I must start now with the row that has this information, highlight on down. And if I want the names, I only need those 3, but I could highlight all of them. And then if I want the names, it's the 3rd one, but I lost what I'm looking up somehow. So that was A7. Oh, I still have something wrong. Oh, it's not A7. It is A17. Bring that on down. Again, the horizontal ones must also be in ascending order, but in ascending order horizontally rather than vertically. And the same thing here, and we can change this one to an 88 and make this an H lookup. Looking up this cell in, and I must start with this 10 numbers, highlight that information. And depending on which column I want, if I want the names, it would be a 2. If I want the teams, it would be a 3. And if I want the cities, it would be a 4. So we'll go with the 4. And then bring that one on down. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense of how the lookups work and where I'm getting that information.